Hello, everyone. Jonas here. Today we're reviewing a Transformers Legacy Warrior or Leader class Blitwing from Generation One. Now this is got this one at Walmart for about $50, so you got to check them out. So here's Blitwing. In case not familiar, Blitwing is the Air Commander from Seduce Season 2. He was first appeared from Tribbles Takeover and until his entire role until he disappeared in Season 3 from Five Faces of Darkness, most because the reason he disappeared because of the voice actor who sadly passed away from before his final role. So yeah, so Blizzard has cool characters in this G1. So here's a look at the package. He had a nice little very artwork, shows jet mode, road mode, and tank mode. Shows Hasbro and Takara. On the other side, it's got the little same image. On the other side, he has a little art. I think it's from Sears 2. And on the back, there is no re-up, there is no bio, which unfortunately shows a little features and weapons, 32 step, the 41 step, and it shows some tank specs. So yeah, and it's made by Hasbro 2022. So let's open this up, let's take a look. Alright, we're back guys with Blitwing out of the package. Now first out he comes with different weapons. First out you'll get comes with the Blitwing sword. Just a nice little detail, it's just a purple with silver blade. Does a little hard plastic rubbers. Very nice one. Just got a little peg here. This. He also comes with a weird, unexpected, looks like a gauntlet. Now, this thing, if you try and peg in this here, this is probably the scariest part. I was opening it, was pulled it, but what happens, I was pulled it, it was a really pain, my fingers would get hurt. And when you, there's a little red translucent plastic, and there's a little peg here. And here we have this weird, some kind of Cybertron's gauntlets. Yeah, I had no idea. This will get to show how to attach weapons. And finally, he comes with the two purple blasters. Nice little details, just a purple plastic in this ones. So here is Blitwing in his tank mode. Does not look say very 99% looks very doesn't look 100% as show accurate. We saw the anime series. Nice little futuristic tank. It does a little roads. It's got a really like that. It has a little Septicon logo. The one thing I do not like, it has a cone on his under his that. You cannot put a close in it. And so the little robot chunks in theirs. Now the transform to Blitwing in his jet mode. First, you open this out and band it over his ear. A little closer. Next to do is, according, let's bend his little door here. Oh, open this in. And bend it. Start open this out to unpeg his little that. You can see on that, and there you can see now pretty careful unpeg his whole things, so snap the pieces. Next to do is unpeg his ear. You can actually see, open this in door. You can actually see there's a little goes on attached to next to do was now it doesn't have We'll get it saved later. Next to you is probably the hardest. Well, cone. Cone here does not. And there you have Blitwing in this jet mode. It has a little, does a landing gears as this one. It does not wheel, it's pretty unfortunately. Now, jet mode looks different, pretty accurate, but not as a very looks compared to show accurate. It has a little like his red translucent plastic. So, and yeah, not only complaining, just cash in case. Now, the transform to robot mode, this is going to be difficult. First of all, let's take an unhang. First of all, let's start to open this. Take a little banding. Close that. We'll get in that second. There's an untag here. That. Now, here's the scariest thing. Now, see that little. Now, it goes. Let's snap the piece. Then close. Now, close. Now, do it exactly the same with that. And turn nice without getting breaking. Oh, I hear snapping. This is probably the scariest thing. If you try and bend it very careful, you'll get snapped to pieces or peg. That'll be break. Oh, and next, here you have his legs. And next to do is start bend, rotate to around. Oops, wrong side. Rotate around to that. There's a little chest piece. Then snap the piece. And then rotate around. Also, for that, first to do this thing is rotate around, just in case. Now do it exactly the same. Rotate first, rotate around, almost done. Then first to do is plug it to his and finally let's rotate his neck and those wings, and that's about it. And here is Blitwing in his robot mode. Alright, so here is the robot mode. This figure stand, he's about 6.5 inches tall. He's pretty taller. Now, for the size comparison, here's next to what another Decepticon Turbo Chaser is Astro Train. Now, this figure is pretty same size. Oh, here's a little. Take a second, please. Just a second. Here's Astro Train without the boots. He's a pretty same size figure. He's pretty same size as compared to the others. Let's get out of the way. Now onto the figure itself. Oh, I almost forgot. Trying to get it. Then just a second. Oh, and then wings and oh, there we go. Sorry about that. So here is Blitwing. Now here's our better look at his head sculpt first. Now the head sculpt for his Blitwing does looks pretty just like how he did in looks like 100% in G1 accurate, very show accurate. I really like his head, his red yellow helmet with red visor. I think it looks pretty cool on. I really like that. It has the Decepticon logos. And it shows a little back. And it shows a little back. Shows on the back. Here's nothing much. The junks. So next kings and nits. As far as the weapon goes, I mentioned early, you get. You also hold a blaster to hold a blaster. Just that. And the hold is a sword. Attached to his place. You have hold his. You have Astro Train or not Astro Blitwing. He's holding a blaster and sword. As for other weapons, what I mentioned early, has a weird giant gun. It has a little peg here. It goes tab. Looks like this. I don't know what's this supposed. Yeah, you suppose. Oh, oh, oops. Yeah, that looks like a. Oh, it's supposed to. Here I have is holding. Looks like the gauntlets, wearing some kind of gauntlets, energon gauntlets. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. If you want this. Whoa. Got his weapons. It has a little. Does a pig. No. I don't know where I'm supposed to put a pig. So I'm okay with this. Now, the paint details that did nicely looking, and also there's no light pipe on the eternal lights. Yeah, there's no light pipe on his eyes. Pretty unfortunately, just a paint on it. Now, articulation for Blitwing, it does head can rotate 360 degrees. It does go up and down that much. It does side to side. His arms goes up and down. Goes in and out. Can't go up and down. Goes in and out because his shoulder pads. He has a bicep swivel. Then in the knee, elbows, swivel wrists. It does get swivel waist. Leg is forward and back goes in and out that much. He has a thigh swivel, then in the knee, and his ankle left or right. Does not no forwards or back. It does side. It does get side to side. So that's about articulation for Blitwings. So there's my review. So overall, Transformer Legacy Leader Class Blitwing is actually a pretty cool one, but the transformation figure, this figure transformation is really difficult. This is probably the hardest transformation I own. Not because my finger gets pain, because his peg is a little hard tight, is on the gunless. So overall, it's just a nice one. You're a fan of G1, I did. I think they decided to pick the collections. I mean, compared to the other triple changes like the Astro Trains, which I'll get to that in a second. So overall, I think Astro Train or Blitwing is probably the best one from all the series, but it's okay. But it's the Roman was nice, but the Jet was nice, but Tank was pretty accurate. Was more. Kind of wish they didn't make more as a customized. Would have been nice, cool. The custom upgrade the kids for Jetfire or not Jetfire or Scott Blitwing. So anyway, this sticker is available at the in stores now. You guys check them out. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Be sure to don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.